Hey everyone, welcome to another Rock for Q video and another 3-frame series against friend of the channel Kelvin, and a little different this time. Normally Kelvin and I play with some kind of handicap. Kelvin is a member of the sort of club within a club snooker league that I kind of help run, and he has a handicap of, I want to say 35 in that league, so when I play him in a league match I have to give him, or he has to give me a 35 head start. But playing him in friendlies with a handicap, even though we don't play 35, we usually play 28 or 21, I've decided that when I play him in friendlies, I'd like to play him from zero, and just to see how I do, to hopefully eventually get a frame from him, pinch a frame from him. So here is a 3-frame series where we play from scratch, and let's see how I do against one of the best players in the club, certainly one of the best potters and break builders in the club. And yeah, something a little different about this video is that instead of showing these frames in chronological order though, I'm going to show them in order of how competitive I am. So the first frame will be I'm least competitive, and the last frame will be I am the most competitive, i.e. I come the closest to victory in that frame. So stick around to the last frame, we'll see the most competitive frame. Anyway, let's get on with frame 1. So Kelvin to break in this first frame, or is it this first frame? It's a frame in this sequence of 3. Anyway, I'll tell you at the end what order they should have come in. And pretty decent start from Kelvin, puts me behind the bot colours. So I don't think I was quite snookered, but I couldn't see an escape, so I tried to play a roll. Maybe I was snookered. Anyway, it gives 4 points to Kelvin, and more importantly, a chance, which actually he doesn't take. So, well, has he left me a chance? Has he left me this red to the right corner? Well, he has, but, well, he may have done, but I did turn it down for this red, thinking that it's more likely to get me on a colour because the black and the pink are both tied up. And I get on a colour, I get on a brown, but really should have been holding for the blue if possible. I actually play the yellow and end up accidentally hitting the red on the way through, so it wouldn't have gone in anyway. And Kelvin's got a chance to put this red in along the cushion, which he does. And he's got a choice of green or brown. Brown is the obvious shot to get back down to the reds though, so he plays that nicely. Nice bit of Q action and Q power going on there. And has he had a bit of luck with that kiss? I think he has. But he tries to power that in, tries to get back up for the blue, and it doesn't go well, or it doesn't go right rather. But he's covered the easiest red, so I'm playing this red to the left of the black, and it's a good pot, but it's just an unlucky kiss on the black. Just nudged it behind that red that's close to the black spot, so I'm having to play a long blue, and I didn't get anywhere near that, if I'm honest. Very disappointing. So just the red. Kelvin plays that with a rest, and just, I think it was a bit of a miscue there. It didn't sound right anyway, so I didn't quite get into it, and it's left with this tricky little black, which just drops in. Plays that pretty well, to be fair, but he's having to get the spider out for this shot over the pink. Again, that sounds like a bit of a tinny sort of ringing when he hits the ball, so I don't know if he's slightly miscuing or it's just because his cue's bouncing on the rest maybe. But that is terribly unlucky. I didn't even see the white go in. I was just going to get the yellow out of the pocket because I was sort of half distracted looking at the camera. And yeah, unlucky. So just a safety shot, I think, but doesn't quite get enough of it. Although he's run it far enough past the pack that it won't go past the pack. So I'm just playing a safety here. I just don't quite get enough side on it, or any side on it maybe, I'm not sure. So I hit the green, which is not ideal. Lucky not to leave anything easier than this though, and Kelvin doesn't quite get that right. Goes into the bunch, and he's actually covered, well, the pink has covered the easy one. So just a safety shot for me, cue ball on the cushion, try to send the red round the angles back towards the pack. That's worked out pretty well. Have left Kelvin a tempter though. Can he get this one in and maybe disturb the red near the black? Well, I think that was the plan. Or either that or he played it as a shot to nothing trying to get around the back, which he did do, but he didn't get the pot unfortunately. So just a safety shot for me, try to find this gap, but I needed to hit a red. I mean, I wanted to get the gap, but I wanted to hit a red on the way through the gap, sort of in off the post if you like, but not good. So another 4 points to Kelvin, and well, it wasn't an easy starter, but he'd be disappointed not to pot that. Left me a long, or medium long red. Yeah, should have been okay. I should have done better with that, unfortunately. Just needed to roll a little bit further, and I would have had a choice of pink or black, but I didn't get the red in anyway. So Kelvin's got another easy, well, not another easy start, but an easy starter with position on the pink available, which he gets, and plays that nicely. Just drifts the cue ball up the spot slightly. Now is he going to go into them here? Oh, he just tries to flick off the pink and go up for green. It was a good idea, but the pot didn't go in. But the cue ball's nestled close to the jaws of the pocket for me, so it's a bit awkward cueing. And yeah, it was always going to be a struggle from there. And I left the cue ball on the cushion as well, so it would have been end of break or whatever. Nice red from Kelvin off the cushion. Blue is just about sort of quarter of an inch off the cushion here, so what can he do? Not quite. Tried to play it with pace, trying to get out for a red, but didn't quite work out. I just try to play a snooker here as the bar opens in the background. So just to give you a bit of I don't know what the like sort of historical context, I guess, if you like. This match was played about sort of 3-ish weeks ago, maybe slightly longer. Maybe it was 4 weeks. Maybe it was 3 weeks yesterday, so it's slightly longer than 3 weeks. So what that means is it's before my latest coaching session. So those of you looking for me to implement all the stuff that I talked about in that coaching video, the shorter walk in and trying to keep the cue straight. Okay, I mean, I'm trying to do that anyway, but you might notice that it's not there because I didn't have the coaching session at that point. But that pink, pretty happy with that pink. The red in the middle should be a gimme, and back out for the pink. Oh, but I've overcut the red, that was disappointing. Didn't need to hit it that hard, but I mean, it was about the right pace to be fair, but anyway. Nice red in the middle for Kelvin, plays the pace nicely for the pink. That's a lot of P's. Why is there a lot of P's when you commentate on snooker? I don't know. And yeah, nice pink. Having to play this one the rest though. Yeah, just that's okay. He's got the pink to the middle. And that's a lovely little shot. Got red to the other middle. Should be automatically going up for the pink to the left corner. Oh, but he's just not drifted into the pocket as it would normally. And I'm left with a rest shot myself. Really, yeah, it was a good pot, but should have done more with the cue ball, really, and disappointing attempt at the pink. All round, really, because I didn't get the cue ball back off the cushion for another red. Which, you know, I missed the pink, so not the end of the world, even though Kelvin has actually potted that red. And he's on the pink. And red, not along the cushion, but just off the cushion. And that's a good pot. Black, similar to the other corner, slightly closer to the cushion. He's going to play this at pace, though, to try and force an angle. Well, force the cue ball out, and it doesn't quite work out, but he's got a pretty strong lead here. He only needs a couple more pots really, and he's taking his first frame, or is it the first frame? And I've messed that one up, and actually I just about covered the red with the red. So is he going to try and play the plant? I think he did try and play the plant, but I'm not sure he could get exactly to the angle he needed on that red. But that's what he was playing, I think. I take a look at that red by the brown, thinking that I've always got this one for the next shot, but it wasn't a gimme, but I should have taken it because, I couldn't control the cue ball. That was very disappointing. And so yeah, Kelvin very much in over the winning line now on this frame. Definitely now. Green is definitely potable. So can he get a clearance here? That's all that matters. Well, that's all he's playing for now. Nice pot on the green. Needs a bit of luck. Well, needs a bit of a run. He's trying to egg it on with his hands, but doesn't quite work. But he's got a shot at this brown. But he's going to have to come around the whole table. Well, come around off 2 cushions at least for the blue. Yeah, that's when he's tried, but it's unlucky, and that's where my concession comes. Yeah, that's the end of frame 1 then, and as you see, I wasn't really in that one. Kelvin played pretty well. He made some pretty nice pots and some mini breaks. Not his usual high standard, I guess, but I was just like, I missed too many easy chances, made too many positional mistakes when I did pot the balls, and gave away too many fouls, really. So let's see if in this second frame I can at least be in touch by the time we get to the colours. Yeah. I've played him before, and he did. I mean, I did play well on it with him, but he butchered me. So my break this time. And it's okay. I thought the cue ball was going to go in. I'm getting ready to catch it, but it worked out okay. Struggling with my breaks at the moment. Can't quite get the slide on it. I think I'm probably going to have to set aside a half an hour or so and practice some breaks. I hate practicing my breaks though, because obviously I have to set the reds up every time. It's a bit of a pain. Just try to play. Well, I wasn't sure whether I was going for the pot or trying to play a dump shot. I'd like to think I was just playing the dump shot because whilst the pot would have been on, there was no real colour. But either way, it didn't work out. And pretty fine pot there from Kelvin at pace. He's gone up for the blue, but it's just running too far. He's now on the brown there. There is a red in baulk, so he can play this red to the middle. Just screw back a little touch too far though to make this red awkward, but it has a run round the rim and eventually drops in, and then Kelvin just plays a safety, trying to roll up behind the green, but underhits it, so I have got a chance to get back round, and pretty happy with that. Just slightly overhit it. With that red on the left hand side of the table means that Kelvin's got a chance here, but he doesn't get it, and a sort of weird double kiss there has left the cue ball in an awkward place for me, and well, hold my hand up before it even goes in. That was pretty lucky, but you know, it happens to everybody. No pot on, so I just went for the safety, unfortunately. Just doesn't. It's close. Tries to cut that one in. Plays it as a bit of a shot to nothing, but just because it's left it over the cushion, over the pocket, rather, it means I can get down to it. And just overhit that slightly, and end up, well, should have committed to the pot more. I don't know if I was playing it as a shot to nothing or whether I was trying to slope for a baulk colour, but either way I overhit it. Well, not either way, but if I was trying to play for a baulk colour, I overhit it. So brown doesn't go in. Snookered him on most of the reds, but he can just get through to the edge here. Can he play this red? He can. It was a good pot. He turned down a fairly easy safety for that pot, which is basically the way he plays. And went for the blue, full-blooded. Doesn't go in there. So red off the cushion for me. Well, cue ball off the cushion. And another fluke. Well, if I don't win the frame, if I can't win a frame with this kind of luck, it's going to take more than. Well, it's going to take me a while to pinch a frame, put it that way. So one goes slightly wrong there for Kelvin, but he's kind of got away with it a little bit. He's not left me an easy pot on. I can attempt to cut on this red and look to get back up to balk, but I don't even try, just looking to get to balk. Put it safe, but just overhit it slightly. Normally quite good at those shots, but just overhit it slightly. And Kelvin just gets a very unlucky nudge. I'm not sure it was lucky or unlucky, because I think if the white had gone into the pack, I would have had a much easier starter than this one. But obviously I only got the 4 points, but yeah, not sure which one would have been more beneficial. Not quite there from Kelvin either, but he's covered the easiest red. So I'm just going to play safety off this red. Did actually play that. I did actually call that shot to him in the room. But it's a good pot. Just need to bounce to get past this red. Yeah, just cue this black. Tough though. Oh, that's close, but not quite. Black's gone up towards the middle, left middle, and I've got this red. I'm cue ball on the cushion, but the red's just off, so it's a bit of a cutback. And just nicely pot that in. Just about got space to get through to the black here for past the pack, but don't quite get it right. And well, I was a little worried about the in off, but I think I would have been alright if I got the pot right. So never mind. So safety shot from Kelvin. Very low scoring frame this one, considering how many reds have been potted already. No, not quite. Just not going in for me at the moment. Well, I'm not consistently enough anyway. So middle pocket shot for Kelvin. Oh, just catches the near jaw, near knuckle, whatever. So safety shot from me. Send this red round the table. Oh, well, I shake my head because I was trying to play a safety shot there. I was not playing the double. I was trying to get the red back down the table, and end up fluking another one. So that's 3 flukes in this frame. So if I've ever got a chance of pinching a frame when I'm getting the run of balls like this, it's this one. And another weird sort of double kiss there from Kelvin as it comes back out of the pocket, but I didn't fancy that red that he'd left, so I just played a safety. And the cue ball's good, but the red has come up the table, so whilst it's not an easy pot, it's an easy safety for the likes of Kelvin. There we go, you see. Well, he has just left me a gap to this red that he's hit, and I could play it as a sort of shot to nothing. But if I'd got anywhere close to the pot, it would have been a better safety. So I'm pretty disappointed with that, really. Well, Kelvin can just hit this one off the edge of the pack and get nicely on the black. There we go. A few points available here. Oh, he's just decelerated there slightly and not gone far enough on the black. So this is thin. He's going to be cannon into the other red. And no, it doesn't quite work out. But there is a bit of daylight between him and me now, so well, is there going to be? It's a pretty decent pot for me, but yeah, not really on a colour that I would like. Pink is tricky. I'm not a big fan of these sort of low pinks. As you see, white. So just the 1 point scored, leaving Kelvin this tricky one long past the other red. Plays it nicely though, perfectly on the pink. That's good pink. Tries to flick the black off the cushion, which he works out quite nicely, but at the cost of perhaps perfect position with this red. Oh, Oh, that looked like it was in all the way. And it's just come away from the pocket for me. So just a safety, maybe sort of a double attempt, but I'm just trying to get, well, try to put the red on the cushion and get behind the pink really, but sort of hit it a little bit too thin. So he's nearly behind the green. Is he behind the green? I think well, I think I can get just a bit of this red, not the whole thing though. Yeah, I had to play it with a little bit of swerve. That's okay though, played that relatively safely. Another safety shot from Kelvin though. Red has drifted towards the pocket, but the blue's covered it. So just a dump shot. Use the pink and black to cover the red on the right cushion. But yeah, just the safety off that red. So what am I going to do here? So the yellow is covering the one to the right. So safety shot or a dump shot. It's a dump shot. Just putting that red on the side cushion and getting the cue ball close to the black cushion. Slightly mistake there from Kelvin on his safety. Didn't mean to catch the brown. Just a cue across that. I was lucky the black didn't go in, but at least it's not left an obvious pot. Maybe a double. Yeah, I think that's what he's gone for. Not quite. So safety shot from me. Well, I think I possibly went for the double as well, but I was even further off than Kelvin was. Another double attempt. No, just the safety shot this time. Up towards the corner. Red's just gone near that pocket though. Can I get through to it between the pink and the yellow? Looks like I can. I'm playing it anyway. Yeah, there we go. Need a bounce though, so this black is potable. Just about, I think. Yeah, played that okay. Didn't quite control it very well though. So it's going to be difficult to get on the red with the blue block in the middle pocket. So just a safety, excuse me. Nearly get the snooker, fluke the snooker because I thought he wasn't playing it. Oh, that was very close. But has he got second prize? And I think the white has just come far enough that I can get to the edge of this red. Just playing it slow though, not to. I was a bit worried about the in-off, so I'm just playing it slow. Trying to make it as well. Trying not to leave a pot on basically. But I did leave a pot on. So brown is the shot to get to the yellow. Just played that a little bit too hard, and he's going to be snookered on the yellow. Well, maybe you can see a slither, but he's choosing to come off the cushion, and he's missed it. Now, where's he going to leave it for me? It's not going to be a free ball, obviously, but he has left it potable for me. And I'm only 11 behind. So in goes that. Well, didn't control that very well either, so I'm nowhere near an easy pot on the green, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this pot on, and I'm going to play safe. I think I took it on. I'm kind of lucky that the white sort of caught in the jaws and ended up staying on the baulk cushion, because that's not what I played. So just the side-to-side safety from Kelvin, but it's maybe not quite as perfect as it could have been. And can I get this green safe and get the cue ball back behind the brown, or back towards the baulk cushion anyway? Well, somewhere near, but kind of left a bit of a tempter for Kelvin. Will he pot it? And if he misses it, will he leave me anything? He didn't pot it. Now, is he going to leave it, or is he going to get behind the brown? No, he's not going to get behind the brown. I think the greens come far enough away from the pocket though that this is not an easy shot for me. That's probably one I need sort of 2 or 3 attempts at to get in it with any consistency. And well, pink is covering the corner pocket, so just a safety shot from Kelvin. Trying to get behind said pink, but not quite. But safe enough. And yeah, again, just a safety. Again, too much concentration on the cue ball and not enough concentration on getting the object ball safe for my safety in these kind of situations. Something I mean, I say it every video, but something I definitely need to work on. Can I get this green in? I played for the pot. Is the cue ball going to go in the middle? No, it's going to slope. I think it would have gone in though if it had the pace, or any more pace. But in goes the green. A little kiss on the brown means he's pretty much perfect. Well, not perfect, but he's straight for the middle. So not much you can do, but he's missed it. I genuinely didn't think he missed that. I thought he potted it from when I was editing it. So, well, I don't know what that shot was. I mean, it's gone safe-ish. I put the rest away when I should have left it out for Kelvin. Just apologies for that, Kelvin. Well, that was also a mistake from Kelvin though, and he has left the rest of that for me, but I don't need it. I used my little mini butt extension to try and get this brown in. Bit of a stretch though, and it didn't go in. Need a bit of fortune to not leave this on. I think I've had it, because I think this does cut, and maybe actually you can get to this unhampered. No, he's just playing the... I think he did play it for the bottom left corner. It doesn't go in, he's left me another test. This is yeah, probably again a 1 in 3 shot for me. Is this going to be the one of them? No, it's not going to be. So I need a bit of luck to not leave the brown on. And I've had it. Not much that Kelvin can do now, I don't think. He's just got to, yeah, just playing the safety, trying to get the snooker behind the blue, but just doesn't quite. Very difficult because he's obviously very close to it. Oh, that was a disappointing shot, and a chance for Kelvin now. Rest shot, but it's a chance. And he needs brown and blue, but yeah, he's played that nicely, perfectly on the blue. Should be okay for the pink as well if you can get this in. Yeah, cues that nicely. And in goes the pink. So yeah, second frame goes begging, but I was in that to the end there at least. Certainly to the blue, pink, and black, and I had a couple of chances on the blue really that I could have, maybe should have clinched that frame, but never mind. And on to the next frame. But given that these are in order of how I feel I was competing, then what could happen in this frame. Let's have a look, and we go into the third frame of this session. So Kelvin to break in this frame. Around the angles, misses the blue just. Pretty much perfect break. Just maybe comes off the cushion a little bit more than he'd want. And it's left me this tempter, but very difficult to play as a shot to nothing. Yeah, the only way of playing it to shot to nothing was to miss it by quite a long way. And I did that, and also didn't get the shot to nothing right. And left Kelvin an opening, he's missed that. So can I get this red in and control it for the black? I can. Played that nicely. I know it wasn't a difficult shot, but they can be difficult to control. But that was disappointing. I mean, obviously I got the black, which is great, good 7 points, but I should really have hit that a lot harder to get out for the red that's nearest the black now. So again, play a safety shot though, and I didn't give that enough attention because I was disappointed with the position on the black, so safety shot didn't go well.
Let's get in.
Red, and I've got this red near the black. Should be on off the cushion for the black. That's okay. Could have done with being a little higher on the black, so I'm probably going to go into the pack here. So this black needs to go in, and it doesn't. In fact, it was nowhere near. And because of that, I've kind of got away with everything. Unless Kelvin can get through to this red to the middle. Yes, I think he can. He's playing it anyway. He's playing it a little bit of pace, trying to get out for the blue. And because of that, it didn't drop.
Really roll.
Yeah. In and out. So, right to the middle. Round for the black. But I've overcut it. Round for the black was the right idea, but overcut the red. But because the position shot was good, I managed to not leave anything on. So just a safety from Kelvin, plays it okay. Nearly gets just a bit more pace, and I would have been behind the brown, so that would have been a very difficult situation. So I'm just playing a dump shot here, but it goes particularly terribly. And yeah, I know I'm laughing, but that was bad. Leaves Kelvin a chance this red, but it's another one he's missed. So it's a bit of a thin one, this one, to a blind pocket, and doesn't work. But I managed to get a little bit of good fortune by going through the gap between the two reds and moving the cue ball away. And because of that, it's caused Kelvin to miss that red. But still, I was expecting to get that. It was close to the pocket. But those two reds have kind of lined themselves up, so there's no pot on, so I'm just playing a safety shot. Again, up towards Bork. Play that okay. Tap on the table from Kelvin. Just the return of safety for Kelvin. Plays that nicely. Was very nearly behind the Bork colour, just landed in front of one. That was disappointing. Need to work out how to play those without double kissing. So, first red for Kelvin, on the pink, and straight onto another red. So, how many points can he get here? Probably a fair few, I'm guessing. I have to take a bottle colour here, so green. Is he going to be able to find a red? Well, the red nearest the right cushion, the right corner is obviously always going to be on. But this is tricky with the rest. Yeah, it's tricky. So just a safety from me. Put the pressure back on. Well, no, I play it to the middle. That should have been a safety. Actually, it's worked out. It was a pretty nice shot actually, because it could have gone wrong, but because the red has come back towards the black end of the table and the white has gone up to Bork, it worked out to be a nice safety. But Kelvin's played a nice safety too. But got the cue ball nicely in a position where I can't get to that red to the middle. Not that I think I would be able to cut it in anyway. So I'm just trying to get over to the left hand side of the table, making sure he can't get to that red near the middle, or at least get to the pot. So he had to play it there. And has he left it for me? Well, I'm not playing that red. Why am I not playing that red near the brown? I'm playing this one, which is again a good shot, good pot, but you know, what's the colour? It's a tricky blue, which I didn't get. Whereas if I'd played the red near the brown, I think it would have been slightly more difficult. Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was a more difficult pot, but almost certainly would have been on the bot colour. Yeah, it's not worked out for Kelvin. Again, another low scoring frame, so it's going to be close towards the end. You know it is. Nice red from me. Blue is always there waiting. So can I get onto a colour here? Yeah. Played that with too much screw. I needed to sort of stun it over slightly more to the left. The red gets just two below the pink, or two to the left of the pink. But it didn't work out, so just a safety. Played that one okay though, got the cue ball nicely on the cushion. Good dump shot from Kelvin though. Textbook. So top spin this, red off the cushion. Oh, but it's got to be yellow. Red should have been off the cushion, back down towards the bunch, and the cue ball on the cushion. Hit it too slowly and caught the yellow. Miss from Kelvin though. He's missing a few. I'm starting to sense that I've got a chance in this frame. Another score is 3, well, there's nothing in it. Hold my hand with that one. It was a shot to nothing, but I wasn't committed to the pot. It was a very speculative pot, shot to nothing. But can I make the most of it? Well, I overhit that by some way. But it's points. Get a good safety here. Again, underhit that. Needed a bit more topspin. Pace on the red was about right, but just needed a bit more topspin to just bring that cue ball back up to the top of the D, basically. Which means Kelvin could get to that. It's a good pot though. He's going to get a nice kiss off the ball because he's not. He's just going to drift past them, being in a pretty awkward brown. He'll take it on. He won't play the roll up. He'll take it on. And he wasn't far away. No. Turn down the thin one to the middle and try to play this one because it's pretty much a shot to nothing. And you see it. And that's okay. Just caught the blue there. Now what can I see? I'm just going to come off the edge of this pack, try and get back towards Orc. No real pot on that I fancy taking on anyway. Yeah, happy with that one. Maybe just overhits it slightly. Meaning he's got this tempter to the left corner. He's very unlucky not to be on a colour. And rather than getting this long spider extension and all that kind of stuff, if he tries to play the black off the cushion and he just doesn't quite have the legs, so that's a very useful 7 points to me. Could have easily been 7 points, 6 or 7 points the other way if Kelvin had positional shot had gone a little bit more fortunate. From Kelvin. Again, it's not really much of a colour. I mean, this black is potable, don't get me wrong, but it's tricky. And if he misses it, he's likely going to be leaving me a pot, which he has done. Exactly what he's done. So, can I drop this red in and hold for the black to the opposite corner? Well, not the opposite corner, but the other side. Yep, I can. I left myself pretty straight on this black though, and I'm hampered queuing over that red. So, just making sure, try not to go in off. And I was a bit worried that I was going to go off there. That would have been a very unfortunate 14-point swing if that had gone in. But as it is, it worked out. Just the safety then, and played that pretty nicely. It's a chance, but it doesn't work. So I'm feeling that Kelvin's getting a little frustrated. Be it through a little bit of good fortune, but also just some sensible safety forwards for me. He's not really getting much of a chance when he comes to the table. Sort of half chances like this, but nothing, golden. And he's leaving me a few because he's taking those on and not playing safe, which, he's playing a lesser player without a handicap, so I can't blame him for taking these on. But because he's doing that, he's leaving me some chances. So brown and red. Oh, that was disappointing. We needed to get that brown in. That would have been a very useful 4 points given how this frame is going. So another half chance for Kelvin. Gets the red in. How's his look on the colour? Could be better. Blue is possible. And he'll be on the red that's near the green cushion. That's in the pot. He needs to run past the green though. Has it just run enough past the green? Yes, it must have done. He's taking it on. That's a good pot. So, getting himself back into this. Could really, he's very capable of clearing from here. There's no, apart from the pink, there's no real awkward balls. So and he wouldn't need the pink if he got that far. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he would, I can't do the maths. But anyway, it's immaterial because he's missed that red. And I'm having to play this with the rest though. My rest shots just look so awkward. I really need to improve that. It goes in though, but just my rest stance just looks so awkward. And whether it works or not, I still would like to make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing than what it is. Anyway, I just try and play a roll up there. I'm not a roll up, but I try and use the pink and the brown to snooker, but I don't quite get it right and leave just the thinnest of edges for the yellow. Which he does get. Is the cue ball going to go in the middle? No, it's just gonna go to the side of it. So yellow here. Yeah, overcut it. So it's, well, normally when you overcut them they stay safe, but I hit it a bit too hard, so it's actually come back towards the other pocket. So chance here for Kelvin. Play a control pot here. Hold for the green. Exactly right. Now, can he come off this top cushion, or off the baulk cushion and out, down for the brown? There's not a lot of room for error though, because he goes too far, the pink will block it. And it hasn't worked for me. He's missed the ball and he wouldn't have had a position on the brown anyway. As it is, he's left me this green to the middle. No attempt on the position there, just trying to make sure the pot, I'm ahead, so just taking points off it. Every ball feels like double point when you're in this position, so just trying to make the sure of the pot and then get the brown safe, which is what I've done. Did leave a slightly worrying snooker opportunity there though, but it doesn't quite go right, and so that's kind of giving me a wake-up call though that Kelvin will play for snooker if he does get a chance. Well, I went for the brown, again just went for the pot, didn't go in there, and left Kelvin a chance which he's taken. Again, he's just done the same, just taking the points. And, well, I think he took that blue on, that could have been a mistake. It's gone, I mean it's not safe, but this is not easy. I'm not a fan of these sort of high cuts into the corner pocket. And similarly, it's not safe, but it's not easy, especially with the rest leaning over like this. He's played it well, he doesn't want to snooker himself, he hasn't, so he's got a chance. This is a tricky pin draw off the cushion. Oh, he's gone for the full pot. I went for the pot there, nearly went in off, that would have been a disaster. I should say that Kelvin is not playing for snookers here. He does need a snooker according to his scores, I think, yeah. But we must have made a mistake in the room because he didn't need snookers in the room. But it's immaterial because I get that pink in and get perfect position on the black. These high blacks that I've been practicing, although I haven't started practicing since I got these, and there we go. So there you go then. Sorry, Kelvin. I said I was going to show it. My first from scratch victory from Kelvin. In his defence, that was the first frame of the session. So those frames were actually in completely the reverse order than what they were. So I won the very first frame of the session. It was earliest Sunday morning, so I guess we were just a little bit jaded and I just slightly woke up a little bit better, I don't know. But Kelvin really struggled in that first frame, and in the second, to be fair. So the second, which was the middle frame here, having won one frame, I thought, I've got a chance of winning, because I know you were only playing 3 frames. I had a chance of winning a best of 3 here with 2, so I actually took the second frame quite cautiously and maybe turned down some pots that I otherwise would have gone for, in the hope of pinching that frame. But he didn't. He took it, and there we go. He took the third frame, which was the first frame you saw, but the third frame in the session he took that pretty comfortably. So the next challenge then is to basically win a best of 3. Well, to keep pinching frames, but hopefully at some point to win a best of 3 from scratch versus Kelvin. I play him every 2 or 3 weeks, so hopefully it will come along fairly soon. Anyway, if you like this kind of thing, if you like sort of amateur grassroots snooker like this, club level snooker, give us a thumbs up. If you made it far in this video, you probably like everything else that I do, so why not go and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.